And then I have a 22-year-old son who actually was just in Detroit with me. We came home last night. I had a couple shows out there, and he'll go on the road with me sometimes.
I don't think I've ever met a guy 52 years old who looks as young as Ed Bassmaster.
Yeah,
he just looks young.
Yeah, he looks good.
Like, we've told you, is that your oldest child, 22?
29.
Would you ever think he has a 29-year-old child?
No, no.
Wild, dude.
You can hang out with your kids and they look like brothers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All with the same woman?
Yes. No. I'm sorry. No.
Take
that back. Take that back.
Sorry. You
my
are Puerto Rican.
29-year-old. Yeah. My 29-year-old. Exactly. Yeah. That's the 4 I know about, anyways.
Well, 29-year-old was with a different woman than the other same woman.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Most of them.
3 boys with my wife. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. And then your oldest is a girl.
Yep.
Right.
And she's like 10 minutes from my house, so it's tight family, and we're good. We're good to go.
That's good. Now, is Philly like the biggest? You draw the most in Philly, or do you think do the different characters draw differently in different areas? Because I ran into that situation where I'd go to some places and.
What do you mean, as far as the live shows, or as far as
live shows?
video?
Live shows.
Live shows. No, I haven't. I've only done like a few in Philly.
Yeah.
They drew more than most areas, but I've been to other areas more times than I have in Philly.
Yeah.
And, the draw it seems about average. It seems pretty widespread. Like I went to Canada recently and did like 10 shows there. It was pretty widespread. I didn't realize I had,
fans in Canada.
What's the live show? Is it like you characters? Are you doing stand-up?
It was at first. So at first, speaking of hiding behind the characters, that's what I was doing for a while, was just coming out in character because I was comfortable with it, doing costume changes, having videos play in between. And the audience, they seem to love that, watching my YouTube stuff in between. But recently, in like the last I'd say 30 to 40 shows, it's just been myself developing stand-up, basically emulating the same stories I did in costume but out of costume.
Sick.
Channeling the characters, telling stories, because everybody that's been at even all these shows, they know who I am, so they want to hear about. But I also am doing my show now as if I'm in a fresh audience that has no idea who I am.
Have you ever walked into on tour yet just a nice fat bomb? Ever walked into just a nice fat fuck you from the audience?
Oh, yeah,
just a zero, sweat dripping down your back.
Kentucky was one. It was just like the audience was like,
just a full zero, right?
They didn't feel me.
Do they?
No, there's plenty, of course. Yeah.
Do they want the characters when you do yourself?
No. That's crazy. Every single show that I've done, not one person asked, "Well, where was this guy?" Because, like I said, I bring them out and I channel them, and it's it.
That makes it easier too when you just
easier.
do them as
way
you.
Easier.
Yeah,
Sure.
you don't have to put the whole costume.
Well, and I also think too, like, you've been on YouTube for so long. It's like they watch you on YouTube, and then when the live experience, maybe they want something like a little different. Like YouTube gets them to buy a ticket, but then they see the real you. That's probably very interesting for them.
Yeah, and I've had a lot of feedback of people that were glad to see the real me and hear me come out and talk shit. So it's been working. Yeah.
Did you always want to do that, or
Yes.
did you do the first one by accident? Like they threw it up and it went viral.
No, I always wanted to do that since I was like 7 years old.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Be on YouTube since you were 7?
Actually, no, be on SNL.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
And did you ever get an audition or anything?
No,
Because you're like the perfect SNL guy.
Yeah, I never had the opportunity, and I actually, believe it or not, started stand up in Philly in about 1999, and I did pretty decent. I actually did really well the first time I ever went up at an open mic, and then I ended up featuring in a couple shows, but I never pursued it. I started having kids. And I just wasn't able to go to New York and audition or do shows. And Philly wasn't really, nobody was getting discovered out of Philly.
Yeah.
Now they are.
Yeah.
Shit's changed now.
Philly.
Kevin
yeah.
Hart,
Yep.
Shane Gillis. I feel like the Are You Garbage guys, the Phillies. We were just talking about it before. The Philadelphia comedy scene is like probably one of the hottest right outside New York.
Philadelphians have great sense of humor. That's they're just funny people, funny characters, and they pick up on that.
Yeah,
Toure, remember Toure?
Yeah, I like Toure.
Awesome.
I did a show with Toure in 1999, probably.
One of the best comedians ever to watch live. If you ever been in the Philly area.
He hosted a show that I did on South Street in Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I bombed on that one, by the way.
Dude, the black crowds in Philly, what I always loved and appreciate about them is they are just honest as honest could be.
Yeah.
If it was funny, they laughed. It was not funny, they would just look at you and wouldn't even give you a sympathy laugh.
Yep.
And I appreciated that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, black crowds in general do that.
Yeah.
There's an old expression, black crowds and dogs can smell fear. So they
that
know.
seems like a tinge of
No, but it's not. Yeah. It means like a black crowd smells fear.
Yeah,
they
If
do.
you're scared.
Yeah, you got to go up there confident.
They know if you're scared.
Yeah.
I think what confidence is like, I don't even think, like they respect it more, even if your material's not good, as long as you come out there and fucking not scared.
Now, do you remember? Are you old enough to remember, or maybe your parents tell you stories about Mayor Frank Rizzo?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because we have an obsession with Frank Rizzo.
Oh, yeah?
We
did
call
it-
each other crumb bombs. I'll take
Oh, okay.
both of you physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a full episode. It's one of our like classic episodes on Frank Rizzo because he was a pretty wild character.
Yeah, he was.
So how is he in Philly right now? Respected,
I mean,
loved, hated?
everybody in Philly loves Frank Rizzo. You know, I'm non-political, totally, just off the top. I don't care about politics. I don't get involved with. I don't know who the vice president is. I don't care.
It's the best way to be.
And
It truly is the
yeah.
best way to be.
so, you know, I was probably 8 or 9 years old when he was there, and you know, he was just always looked up to, regarded like, you know, like kind of like Joey Merlino is now these days. You know,
yeah. Who's Joey Merlina?
Joey Merlino, the mob guy from Philly, skinny Joey.
No.
yeah.
See that?
Is he doing content too?
He's pretty
yeah.
funny.
what it is.
All the
Yeah.
mob guys are doing content
pretty
now.
funny.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, welcome to my podcast.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, you got to check out Joe Merlino. He's funny. They did like a Father's Day shout out, and he was like, "Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and to all you scumbag fucking rats behind bars." You know? He's just like, he's like,
That's Colin Quinn's got a good bit where he's like, you know, these mafia podcast guys. They're like, you know, everyone's doing like content now, doing podcasts. You know, kind of talking about their crimes. They're like, you know, Joe, we remember about to kill that guy behind the park, whatever. Go, and then Sal will be like, but Joey, before we get to that, a word from Sherry's Berries. Yeah.
All I know from seeing
Yeah.
all the clips of the podcast guys is there was this guy, DeChico, who all the mobster guys were scared of. He was some guy in New York. Can you look him up, DeChico? Something DeChico?
Yeah. I
Every
don't know.
podcast I'm going like, you guys think I was bad. They all going like, you think we were bad. This guy, he was a sick fuck.
Yeah.
This guy was a sick fuck. He's turned my stomach. I wouldn't have him let him watch my kids. I'd let these other killers watch my kids, but I wouldn't let this
Not
fucking
the
guy.
Chico.
It was
Murder
the Chico.
Machine.
It was Anthony DeMeo.
Anthony DeMeo. I'm sorry, Anthony DeMeo.
DeMeo.
Dude.
Is he?
He's like a serial killer.
Yeah, they all talk about.
yeah, I've
Anthony.
seen an interview with
and
him.
it's funny just to watch guys who are stone cold murderers
Yeah.
Right.
morally judge this other guy.
Oh, the DeMeo gang, the Brooklyn. I think that was Bensonhurst, like Bath Avenue boys or something like that.
I don't know.
Brooklyn guys.
Canarsie.
Oh, they were Canarsie.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Because Canarsie you think of as like not even having Italians.
Yeah.
Wow.
But supposedly this guy was like a twisted guy. He was like very twisted.
Oh,
So it's
really?
funny.
Think about it. You mean?
It's
Well, the
funny
guy
thinking
in
about their
Philly-
content meetings too. Like, what do we talk about today? Yesterday we talked about the rape and murder of that family we did down at Bath Avenue.
Yeah.
We talked
We
about
talked about the extortion case. We talked about how we beat up the federal officer.
we talked about how we paid off the comps.
What do
We
we
talked
talk
about how
about?
we extorted all those fucking bar owners.
Yeah.
We talked about when we hit bats.
Yeah.
We did that episode.
You want to
There's-
talk about how about for today? We'll talk about how the chicken palm at Louise's kind of sucks now.
We could do that one because did we do the Obama's a Muslim episode yet?
No, we did. No, we did.
that
But
one.
we did the Michelle Obama's a man thing.
We did the Michelle Obama's, but we did. We can't believe they elected a black Muslim. We did that episode.
We did have some.
I think the only thing left to talk about is fucking DeMeo.
Yeah.
I think we should do a 20-part series on DeMeo.
About DeMeo.
Because he was a sick fuck.
Yeah.
And then after that, we talk about fucking cold cuts and Salima bread and the deli that I love in Philly.
That's
go.
what it is.
There you go.
I mean,
Yeah.
those guys are going to run out of content at some point.
I know.
They're going to have to go out and do more mob shit just so they can support their podcast.
I respect that, you know, though, like that this freaking hamster wheel, like, because I feel like it's starting to happen now amongst all of us. Is like this content machine, this hamster wheel. You realize, like, this, it's not going to end well. Like, you kind of realize, like, dude, I got to do this creatively. That every single show that we grew up loving, like now kids grow up loving the Ed Bassmaster YouTube channel. That's like their content. We grew up watching whatever, Seinfeld, but even Seinfeld took breaks.
Yep.
Like everybody took breaks, where now it's like we've kind of don't even realize like every week has to be something. Every day
Yeah.
has to be something. It's like
Yeah.
there's no way you're gonna win that way.
Well, it's better that way too because I think you gain longevity when you don't do too much.
Overexposed.
Yeah, sure.
Because you've
Sure,
been
you know.
doing it for as long as I was
Quality,
doing it.
not quantity.
My
Hey, that's it.
characters
Yeah.
were 15 years ago or whatever. Yours were same, right? 14,
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
So you sometimes take breaks and you just let videos
Absolutely.
marinate for
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So you actually started to get popular. That's interesting. So you
He's
started
been
to get
around for a long time.
No, but I'm saying, but you started to get popular later in life, mid 30s.
Bro, it's like right now it's more, I don't know, I keep having like these
Waves kind of thing.
yeah, and I sit back and chill, and I just continue to put content up, and mostly now I just film shit with my phone, you know,
Right.
POV, and those will go wild, 8 20 million views, whatever. And it's sort of like the popularity is growing kind of now, I guess.
So actually, you're thinking now at this point in your life is maybe the biggest you're
I feel
getting.
like I feel like
Interesting.
now is like the most recognizable. I'm getting
Wow.
hit up by the most people to do certain gigs and
Like actual now,
podcasts
like
this.
legitimate, like A-list celebrities are like, oh, Ed, come do.
This is my first big podcast.
Is it
Oh, this is
really?
the first
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah, I mean, I did Trevor Wallace.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so those were really I've done some smaller smaller ones, but these are like my first two real actual podcasts.
Yeah.
You've